Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the card of today for the 19th of August 2016. Right, I don't know, has anybody felt a change in the energy since yesterday? Because I woke up this morning and it was like, like these 70s, 80s horror films where you hear the like, da, da, da. That's exactly what I heard. It's like, right, okay, what's coming? And there's a heavy energy in the air. This is what I'm feeling today. So I don't know if any of you are feeling that. If you are, then please let me know, so that it's not just me. Like I say, we had the full moon last night, which does shake things up, and I really feel that this is what it's talking about. Especially when I seen the cards today. I pulled another Osho one as well because I've been doing that all this week. So I'm going to carry on doing that there. So the cards that we have this morning, we have Justice in the Tarot, and we have the Master in Osho. So I'll start with the Tarot card first, and we have Justice. Now, a lot of people fear Justice, okay? I love Justice. I love Justice, the Justice card. I think it's a very, very karmic card. And it is all about the truth, and the truth is the way, really. So what this card is saying when this comes in is that you must look at things truthfully. If we look at the card here, we've got the devil and we've got the angel, and they're both fighting for this balance. There's a struggle going on, and this card is like reflecting the need for the truth. It tells us to not only speak the truth to ourselves, but also to others. Now, this has been a common theme for the last couple of weeks, it seems. So it's like this card is saying that your life is too short to live a lie. Now, if you are not telling the truth to yourself, okay, then what happens is you cannot tell the truth to other people. You can't if you're not telling it to yourself. So one untruth becomes another untruth, okay? And this starts like a domino effect of untruths, but where there is mistrust as well. Because we know, if you think about it, when somebody's not telling the truth, and you feel it. So if you're not telling the truth to yourself, then you're not telling the truth to others. They're going to feel that. Then there's this like crazy sort of mistrust goes on. And what happens as well is you then start to doubt other people because you know what you're doing and you know how you're thinking. So because you're aware of your actions, you then sort of start mistrusting other people. And the whole karma thing within this is just not pretty at all. It's like, it's what's that quote where it's what a tangled web we weave, when first we something to deceive, and this is what it's like. But this is also when we're deceiving ourselves, because when we are deceiving ourselves and when we are telling a lie to ourselves, we get caught up in this trap. Now when justice comes in, it's never about punishment. It's not. I mean, the truth is, it's your truth. Your truth might be different to somebody else's, but it's being able to stand up there and it's being able to speak your truth, even if your voice is shaking. That's what you've got to do. There was a situation a couple of weeks ago, and I told the truth to somebody. I've since spoken to people and they go, oh, you shouldn't have told the truth. You shouldn't have done that because you gave away your power. I don't see it like that. I told the truth because the truth is all there is. That is it. And, there was no gain in that for me, but there was no, I don't know, there was going to be no bad karma with that because I know that I had been truthful and I said what needed to be said. And also, this card is talking about, like I say, it's not, the justice card isn't a punishment. The justice is a very fair card, actually. But it can be a little bit uncomfortable. I mentioned yesterday that this moon is going to be a lot smoother for people who are living in their truth, who are being authentic, who are walk and talk in their truth. So what this card is saying now is it's stripping everything down to the cold hard facts. I said that this moon was going to be bothered, and it's bringing all evidence to light as well, but what this will do is bring in balance where there has been imbalance, and where things have not been right. Now, the one thing with this is you cannot hide from the truth. It always comes out in the end. So it's better to actually come from you. I remember I was my mum, when I was growing up, she hated lies, and I think that's sort of had a knock-on effect with me. And she used to say to me, tell me the truth, even if you've done something wrong. I might be annoyed at you and I might be mad, but if I found out you've lied to me, then how can I ever trust you again? And that has always stayed with me, and this is through friends, through people I have around me, I know that I can trust them all impeccably. And it is a very, very important thing, because with trust comes respect, and with truth comes trust. So, like I say, this is the karma, it's the cause and effect, this is what happens with it. So this card is saying that initially telling the truth might hurt you, it might be hard, your voice might be shaking, but telling a lie, and telling a lie to yourself and others, will hurt so much more in the long run. When this card comes up as well, it usually talks of decisions. Now, we've had decisions over the last couple of weeks, so I'm sorry for keep repeating what I'm saying, but these are the cards that are coming up, and this is the message that I feel needs to be put out there. What they're saying with this decision, though, is it is irreversible. Once you make this decision, that's it, and it will set the foundation for the rest of your life. Like I say, it might be a bit uncomfortable at first, but this is a fair outcome. I don't think there's going to be winners or losers. This isn't about winning. It isn't about losing. But justice comes in. Justice can't be emotionally swayed. Justice can't be manipulated, and justice can't be controlled. Justice just comes in and sees, right, okay, this is what needs to be done, and acts very, very fairly. Now, if you're going up to court, I mean, it's like you're in the dock of the karmic law at the moment, and you're being asked to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But you think if you're going to court, then sometimes it's a good thing, because then you will get a fair outcome. But it's only if you have something to hide, or if you have done something wrong or whatever, that is when court will scare you. So, like I say, this truth, if you are living your truth and what you have to say is your truth, and you feel that down to your core, then you don't have to be scared, because you are being truthful, you are being just, and you will be dealt with accordingly. This is what this card is saying. Herman Hesse said that, you are only afraid if you're not in harmony with yourself. That's it. This is where the fear comes in. And there's a lot of people that get mad at us for speaking the truth. A lot of people don't like it, but they are usually the ones that are living a lie as well, and people, the truth sort of breaks their little bubble of illusion open. And this is what they don't like. Some people are quite content to live a lie because it keeps them in their comfort zone, which we've mentioned again, A great quote from one of my favorite poems ever. I love it. And there's a part of that I didn't understand at first. And a couple of years ago, I had a situation, and I had to go to court. And I had to speak against somebody who'd been a huge part of my life. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And the second I walked out of this court, I heard this quote in my head, and I thought, right, okay, I've got it now. And the quote was, "I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy." And that, I feel, is so powerful, when you are betraying your own soul, that is something that, you know, you can never forgive yourself for. But to stand up that day, I stood in court and my voice shook, and it was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make. And my friend that was with me, we walked out and she said, you know, I really, really love you. You are so strong to do that. And it wasn't the easy option, but it was the truthful option, and it was what I had to do. And I've never regretted it. You know, it caused a lot of problems, but I've never regretted that at all. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit, you know, that's bringing it all back there. But it was, you know, the truth hurt, but it set me free as well. And I really feel that this is what this card is talking about. So like I say, it's all about the truth today, on the truth coming out as well. You know, like it's there, it's going to come out anyway. So it's best that it comes from you. Now, sorry for the heaviness of that. It was a really, really heavy card. I didn't want this morning to wake up to. So the Osho card, I'm really pleased that we have this, because I think this actually sort of softens the blow of the first one a little bit. So this is the master, and in the picture we see Osho himself. Now look at the moon behind him again, though. You know, and I've told you this moon is a special, special moon. So Osho is there. And this card tells you that you are the master of your own destiny. It's telling you that you've reached a time in your life when you are feeling enlightened. Things are starting to fit now. You realize you have new knowledge. You know, that is all of you need, and that you are prepared to now start listening and acting on this knowledge as well. It's like, when the master comes in, it's like you're at a phase where you're not trying to manipulate or force a situation. You are seeing things unfolding in the way that they're meant to, and you are trusting that process as well, you know, and you are trusting yourself. Like I say, this card, you have to be able to trust yourself, and you know, this is what's coming in with this. So in this card, he's calm, he's not stressed, he's not worrying. He knows he's found his own truth, you know. So he doesn't need to carry on searching for it, and he doesn't need to explain it to other people neither. It's his truth, and he's found that, and he is in a sense of well-being because of this. Other people might not get it. They might not. But he doesn't care. He's found it within himself, you know. When this happens as well, is people will flock to the master, you know. People understand it. The people that get it will want to be around him and soak up his presence, because he has finally stepped into his truth and finally stepped into his power. And this will inspire others around him to do the same as well, you know. When we are talking to somebody that is being totally truthful to us, we see the truth reflected, you know. And this is like, it encourages us to be truthful as well, you know. Once you know that somebody is open, once you know they're telling the truth, then you feel that you're in a safe place to do it as well. So this card is bringing, although it looks quite dark, and although it's coming after the Justice card, it's bringing in a sense of calmness and a sense of safety. And it's saying you are now safe to speak your truth as well. You know, Osho didn't really want disciples as much. What he wanted to do is share. And he wanted to share this knowledge that he had. And he wanted to share the mysteries of the world that he discovered. I was going to touch on this briefly, but I'm rambling on today, so I'll do. But the age of Aquarius, so I got a couple of messages yesterday, people asking me to explain it and what it was, and I will go into it heavier on another day. But it's basically about the people coming together, and this will, once they get together, this raises the consciousness, so it raises the vibration of the world, and this is when the healing and the harmony and the peace can begin. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what it is, but I will go into it more on another day. But this card is saying that Osho understood that by joining together, we can create an energy field that allows each person to live in their own light and in their own right as well. And this is when we get this sense of peace. So it's like the master is giving a gift to the world, but he is receiving back. And this is because he is sharing, you know. This card is also that he was a great teacher, Osho, you know, and teachers can come into our life in many forms, you know, and if you have a teacher like this, then you are blessed. If not, then keep searching, you know, because there is a teacher out there, and they say that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So this is a card of just being, like I say, living in your truth, stepping into your truth, speaking your truth, and just being, because this is what Osho would have said for you to do, you know. You have the power, and you have the power today to do this. So this card is talking about, like, I don't know if it's the universe or some person in particular, but it's like, yeah, he is a guide, or there is a guide around you, but they're guiding in an inintrusive way, you know. There's no force with this. And, you know, Osho actually says about this card, it's like, masters don't teach the truth. There's no way to teach it. It's a transmission beyond scriptures, beyond words. It's a transmission. It's an energy provoking energy in you. It's a kind of synchronicity. So this is like, what this card I think is saying today is, look at someone who inspires you, you know. Look at somebody who you admire, and look at somebody who you would trust to be your guide, somebody who you could put your full trust in, and know that they would never let you down with that. Look at how they live their life, you know, and think about, if they were in your situation, how would they react to it, you know, because by following their example, this will help you massively, I think, you know, and you can be your own inspiration with this. You can be your own guru, you know, be your own hero. So like I say, you know, look at somebody who lives their life in a authentic, in a truthful way, and, you know, look at somebody who you admire for doing this, and try and see through their eyes. I mean, you know, I often say, what would love do, you know, and that's a great way to sort things out. But with this, it's like I say, think of somebody who is truthful and who you trust, and see how they would react in this situation. And I think that will bring you the answers that you're needing today. So today has, please don't let it scare you. There's a heavy feeling today. There's something, I don't know if it's today, the weekend, or what, but there's something hanging about, and I don't feel it's going to be easy. But it's like I say, everything. I always think that if something's not easy, then it is worth it. But it's like, I feel the truth needs to be told here. That is what's coming in here. But once you believe in your own truth, then this isn't going to be hard. You know, don't be swayed if you are speaking your truth. And like I say, it is your truth. Then, you know, it might not be somebody else's, but you can stand tall. And even if your voice is shaking, you have to speak it. So I'm going to do the cards for the weekend later on today. So I will put them up as well. If anybody would like a reading, because I really feel with this, it's like, God, do you know what I mean? I feel like I like a reading and I'm not even in this situation, you know, but I can feel the tension building here, and I can feel like I say, you know, when I said at the beginning, it was like that, duh, 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 what's going to happen? You know, I can feel that. It's sort of like, there seems to be, my heckles seem to be up, and I'm a little bit, I'm feeling like I'm a little bit scared of what's going to happen. I'm not, do you know what I mean? I'm not, like I say, this isn't relating to me at all, but this is the feeling that I'm getting through. So just be brave. I think that's all I can say to you today. Be brave and stand up for your rights as well, because justice is not here to punish. Justice is about fairness, and like I say, it's speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So if anybody would like a reading over the weekend, please get in touch with me. The link is below to my Facebook or to my website. I do phone, Skype, email, whichever way that you want. I mean, there is still a bit of a backlog from me being away, but I am getting through them, so don't worry. And if you haven't got your reading yet, it will be with you soon. So I hope you have a lovely weekend. Like I say, hopefully the weekend ones are a little bit lighter, the cards, but you know, don't blame me, blame the moon. Okay, I'll be back with the cards for the weekend. Sat now.